Okay, so since you've been in LA, Michael, since, what was it, the beginning of February?
Yeah, I got out here. The first was my first full day.
And how much of that has been business and how much of that has been vacation?
Um, Probably about half and half. Well, it's I've wanted it all to be business, but I've had more off days than I would have liked. Probably about half and half, um, between putting myself on tape and auditions and stuff on some days, and then other days I've gone to Venice Beach and hung out with friends. So it's been a good mix.
And since you have been doing some taping, why not tape from New York and just have it on YouTube or Vimeo and send it to a casting director?
Yeah, I totally could do that. A couple reasons for coming out instead of just staying in New York and taping. One, it's been this thing I've built up in my head that I've wanted to do. So that's why that was the number one reason for coming out. The other stuff is you can put on tape easily for a new pilot, but if they're casting a guest star role or a day player or something, you kind of got to be here to book that. So I was just figuring, why not come out and try and get some of those appointments as well, rather than just stay in New York. But I could. That's probably my plan for next year. Will be to put on tape for New York and come out should I get a big audition that's worth it. Come out and then stay from there.
Oh, so you're planning another trip? At the
Yeah,
same time?
I'm thinking probably coming back next pilot season. I learned a lot about the experience now. Maybe what timing might be better for someone in my level, not anywhere near a name, but having a couple credits. I've heard it might be better a little later in the pilot season for me, so I might try that next year. Just how the roles are being cast, they cast star names first, and then it goes to the reoccurring, and then the guest star. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, so I might try a little later next year, but I definitely want to come back. It's a nice time of the year to get out of New York. So
Yeah. Well, so what would you recommend to another actor that's, you say, at your level? So
yeah,
what would you recommend? Like, suppose they said, I'm thinking of doing the same thing.
I mean, I would say try it for sure. As far as timing goes, I was talking to my manager about it, and they said the seasons run a little differently every year. Last year, I guess it was faster, so they thought it was going to be a fast season this year. But I would say, for me, I'm going to try a little later this year, next year, only because that's what I have heard from industry friends who have done it before me. So I don't feel like I have all that much experience with it to impart to someone,
Okay.
but that was the knowledge I got, was a little later. Because right now, you'll only be competing for roles that are going, like for me, roles that will be going to Josh Gad and people who, people who already have names that are character men.
Okay.
So if I heard a little later, maybe it would be more of the not smaller roles, but roles that aren't cast contingent on a name.